Howdy, folks. Cheers. It's some Old Smoky Tennessee cookie dough whiskey. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna review a movie. I just got back from Buddy Garth, hanging out with him and James. James' girlfriend Bianca. We had a good time. Could have been better. Let's watch SmackDown. No Liv Morgan tonight. Liv is one of the reasons I watch SmackDown. I mean, also Drew McIntyre is awesome. I watch for him too. But no Liv, what's the deal? Hello, how are you? So I'm gonna review 1990. I think 1993's 92. I think 93. The Banker on Amazon Prime. So I was going through Amazon Prime. I didn't know what to watch. I was like, something, I want to see things I haven't seen before. And I was like looking for new movies, but they all seem like garbage. Then I started seeing like old early 90s action movies. I was okay, maybe something like this. And then The Banker, I was like, what the? But then I know what that is. I remember seeing it like when it came out on cable. HBO or Showtime, probably Showtime. And it has Duncan Regehr. He was Dracula in Monster Squad, but more I remember him as Zorro. It was a Zorro TV show, like, Jesus, I can't even remember when, but I remember watching it. And he was Zorro. And okay, so The Banker, it reminded me of Seven, because there's a cop, there's two detectives hunting down a serial killer, leaving weird messages. Like there's a method to his killing. It's nowhere near as good as Seven, but that aspect reminded me of it. So Duncan Regehr is a killer. He's hiring prostitutes and shooting them with a laser-sighted crossbow pistol and a crossbow like rifle, I guess. So that's cool. So it starts off right away, and he like a call girl meets him in a hotel room. His name is Mr. Smith. And right away, I wrote down some notes. I was like, man, the first call girl is cute. I was like, man, she's really cute. 90s hair is better than 80s hair, in my opinion. She had big, full, thick, curly hair. And I was like, man, this girl's really cute. And I looked up the cast, and I realized it's Terry Weigel. Terry Weigel did porn. And then she did some movies. She like seemed to float in between porn and like mainstream movies. She was also in Married with Children. It's really cute. And she like picks up his wallet and she starts going through it and pulls out all this money, and then he comes with the crossbow, and she's like, I've never seen anybody. And I guess she was gonna say somebody with this much money, but he shoots her. They don't show it though, which at first it didn't bother me, but as the movie went on, I was I'll get to it in a minute. Oh yeah, I'm glad I wrote my notes, because after he shoots her, he pulls out this switchblade that, if you've seen Vice Squad, I think it's bigger than Ramrod's switchblade. But that's the only time you ever see it. He never uses it again. And I was like, it's a badass knife, but they don't use it. Let's see, what else did I write down? The best part about this movie, what made it watchable, is you get Robert Forster. He's the good guy. He plays Sergeant Jefferson. And I mean, who doesn't? If you like these movies, like the mid-tier, like action exploitation movies, Robert Forster, I mean, he's your guy. I mean, Alligator alone, but then Vigilante, And it's really cool that Quentin Tarantino put him in a movie and just he brought his career back to life. I mean, honestly. And watching him, I don't know what it is about him. I mean, Forster, he's no Schwarzenegger. He's no Robert Redford. He's no Robert Redford. He's no Harrison Ford. He's no Tom Cruise. He does not have their like star quality, but in a way, he's better than. Like I was even thinking about this. Is he better than them? In a way, he is. I mean, I haven't seen that many Robert Redford movies, but Forster seems so natural. He seems so real. I guess also I was thinking he's just always himself, really. But there's just something about him, like watching. And I've seen Alligator, and I've seen a few movies with him. Have you seen the one where he's an alien? Like him and another alien are chasing each other through. Like, I'm assuming it's L.A. I remember that. I didn't know that was him. Anyway, there's just something about him. He carried the movie for me. And then it's like Duncan Regehr. He's got the dumbest, coolest name, Spalding Osborne. That's his name. So the second victim, she looked just like Terry Weigel, and I was like, man, this girl's cute too. Cute, big, full, dark curly hair, and she acted pretty funny. Like he gives her a knife to fight back, and she's so you shouldn't have given me this. I know how to use it. And he just shoots her with his crossbow, and like throws her like an envelope full of $10,000 in it. But then he just shoots her, and I was like, "Who's this, babe?" So I looked her up. Did I write down her name? I didn't write her name down, but she's from Cyborg, the girl that Van Damme bangs. I was like, man, she looks totally different. But she was smoking hot too. But then with Robert Forster, we also get Richard Roundtree Shaft, who was in Seven, who's a really good actor too. So that was good. And as I was watching, I was like, Duncan Spalding Osborne. I was like, he reminds me of someone. And then I was like, he reminds me of like Viggo Mortensen. So that was cool. He's not the. He kind of had a weak voice, I thought. Okay, actor. But he's in really good shape. So that part helped. Well, then Leif Garrett is in this, and I wrote down, man, he is such a bitch in this. Forster shakes him down, and I wrote down, this is my favorite quote, I guess. Forster tells Garrett, he's like, one of these days you're going to trip over your own dick, and I'm going to be there. So, that was pretty funny. Forster has a Mexican partner in the movie. His name's Eddie Garcia, but he's like, you can't tell he's Mexican. But I was like, that's cool. I mean, he didn't have like he wasn't like, hey dude, it wasn't like that. So that was cool. He's just a guy. So like an hour in, I was like, nothing's happening. There's no action. There's no blood. Oh yeah, it also has the guy from Grease, like the leader of the Thunderbirds, Kaneki, that was his name. He's in here. Man, he aged severely in that between Grease and this one. But he was cool too. Pretty perverted. They do some. He has one like pretty disgusting pervert scene in here, and I was like, wow, that's cool. So he's in here. I think there's only one on-screen kill in the whole movie. So yeah, like an hour in, I was like, nothing's happening. Forster's hunting down. He's trying to track Duncan. He knows it's him. But yeah, and Spalding Osborne. He's a banker. He's like powerful banker, one of the most powerful bankers in the world. They make it. He's also a killer. But Sergeant Jefferson knows it's him, so he's hunting him down. And so Spaulding Osborne kidnaps Forster's girlfriend, uses her as a hostage, telling him to meet me here at midnight. But one thing I did notice, Spaulding tells Jefferson that he's all, you have 11 minutes, because he told him to meet him at midnight at a certain place. He's all, you have 11 minutes to save your girlfriend. And there was 11 minutes left in the movie. I was like, was that on purpose? And then at the end, they're on the rooftop. Spaulding is aiming his crossbow at Jefferson's girlfriend. Jefferson tells his girlfriend to duck, and he shoots Spaulding, and he falls through a skylight onto a shelf of TV monitors, of TV screens, TVs. But then he gets up, and Jefferson Spaulding tells him, I am Garak. And Forster says, I'm Jefferson, I'm a cop, you're fucked. But it's a terrible line, but he delivers it. He did it good. He delivered that line, delivered that shitty line really good. And it just goes to the credit of Forster. He carried this whole movie on his shoulders. And I would recommend watching it just because of him. There's something about him, like I said before. He's so good in this. If it had been anyone else in this movie, okay, say Robert Patrick, Jeff Fahey, Jeff Speakman, Jeff Wincott, I'll say you could skip this one. But for Forster, yeah, watch it. I would say watch it, definitely. I would give it a solid, Jesus, I want to give it a 4, but it's so almost pedestrian. I give it a rock hard solid 3 out of 5. Just because Forster, he's so good. And it's just that, again, that early 90s time where they were making straight to video movies that you could rent. A lot of good ideas. I'm glad I watched it. When I put it on, I watched 30 minutes of it, and it was getting late. And I was like, no, it wasn't getting late. No, it was like after I got home from work, and I was tired. So I watched 30 minutes, then I watched 45, and then I watched like an hour. I was okay. I had to go to the liquor store to get Old Smoky, and I finished it. Some cobwebs. Hey, I'm listening to Waj, Grindcore Penitentiary. So yeah, if you have Amazon Prime, check out The Banker, and there's a bunch of other early 90s action cop crime thrillers that I want to check out. But then all the VHS I showed earlier, and I'll have to watch those too. So what can we go out with? Flowers are still standing. We'll find a good picture. Modoc, A-Bomb, Photon, Black Knight, Phoenix. Oh, okay, we'll go out with Kang. Check out Kang. And let me know what you think of Robert Forster, and I'll see you later. I'll see you in the morning.